There it goes. Okay, so hi. I was just going to talk to y'all for a little bit. This is one of those videos that may be a little too honest because it's going to show part of the disaster that I tend to keep my house in. This is my kitchen windowsill. I'll back up from a distance just so you can appreciate the full horror of it. But in this windowsill, this is the only south-facing, really big south-facing window we've got that gets sunshine. And so any plants that we need sunshine to get to, like all the aloe vera I've got there, and then if I'm starting seeds or just things like that, this is where it winds up going. I'm pretty sure Happy Hair would be just as happy if I found a different place for this, but you know, I'm not even going to show you the kitchen table right now because, wow. Yeah, some things I'm not good at. There's some stuff I'm good at, but organization and neatness and cleanliness and that kind of thing is not always my strong point. But whole purposes, I'm just going to show you a couple of things. One, when our honey turns into sugar and gets all, you know, waxed up and becomes more spreadable to the point that it gets unspreadable, then set it in the sunshine here and let it melt. You can see down in there maybe some of the wax that has been melting, and so it sits there for a day or two, gets all warmed up and good, and is good to go again. There's one that was that way too. I've almost got all of it poured into that one, so another probably here in a few minutes that'll be all done. Something we're doing here, and I talked to one of y'all about this a couple of days ago, is I got a little complacent down in the cellar where we've got our food stored. And my cousin stores a lot of stuff here for just in case. And one of the things he gets, they're an older couple. He's not retired. He's retired, but he's a vet, and between him and his wife, they do lots of good things for people, including going to what they call food box. I don't know what they call it in other places, but it's just a couple of outfits and organizations that are set up to get some basic foodstuffs to people, and so. They help do that and wind up with extra stuff sometimes, and it winds up coming over here, and usually in bags and stuff, kind of like that guy right there, which is part of the story. But I left it down in the cellar in a box because it, you know, didn't have any trouble down there with mice, for the most part, right up until we do. Well, some mice chewed up 2 or 3 of the packages. In fact, they chewed up several of the plastic bags and even a couple of Mylar bags. And they didn't get anything. You know, it's weird. All that stuff was in a box, and the mice chewed. I'm guessing it was mice. I don't know what else it would have been, but there were no mouse droppings in there at all. Normally, when mice are chewing stuff like that, there's droppings, but there was nothing in there. It was just, you know, obviously, I'm sure they walk around stuff and you know, spit on it and probably tongued it a little bit, but. I sorted all that out and kind of got rid of the stuff. Part of what the mess they made was some packets, and I don't even know what you call them, but they're like squeeze bags of enchilada sauce that I had got on sale and had them in there. And of course they chewed into those, and those leaked down and got into stuff. So a lot of the things that had enchilada sauce, we culled that out and got rid of it. You can see right there we've got split peas, and we've got rice, brown rice. It's parboiled, kind of like Uncle Ben's, and then lentils right there. And I was thinking the split peas were green, but I've had these stupid things sitting in the sun. I keep forgetting to cap them off. What I'm doing, once I got them sorted out and sifted out and cleaned out and all like that, which is almost a silly thing to do considering how cheap this stuff is, but it was just kind of something I wanted to try. My little brother turned me onto this idea where he stores stuff in plastic soda bottles. And what we've got here, that's a water bottle, that's a 2-liter club soda, that's a 1-liter club soda, kind of like this guy right here. That one's just sitting there empty because I finished it the other day and I'm just letting it sit in the sun to dry out real good. I'll put the cap on it here in a minute. It'll be good to go when I get ready to use it. I can see I use club soda bottles for other things too. I got aloe veras rooting out in some of those, you know, whatever it takes, right? Here's one I hadn't finished yet. I'm working on that guy. What I'm doing, these sit in the sun partly to help make sure everything's dried out real good in there, and also because once they get good and warm, which they're pretty much there, I will screw the caps back onto them. I'll screw them down good and tight, and then they're going to seal themselves up because that air that's in them is very warm and expanded, and as it cools off, it'll pull a seal on that cap, and they'll still stay sealed up from now on. Now, can the rats chew into these, or mice, or whatever it was? They probably can. I'm guessing they can, but I'm guessing they won't, because my little brother stores a lot of stuff in bottles like this, and he had mice bad up there where he was. Everybody goes through a mouse infestation once in a while, kind of like a plague, and that happened to him. And as far as he can tell, none of his bottles got chewed into, so maybe they hold the smell in good enough that the the rodents can't find them. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to, yeah, like I say here, probably as soon as I shut the camera off, I'll probably seal those up and take them out of the sun. I don't think them being in the sun really hurts them. I don't know why it would. I guess there's a chance maybe the sun could, maybe hurt the vitamin content. I don't know. I don't think it would. I mean, they grow in the sun, right? So surely in form like this, and it wouldn't hurt them. Yeah, those are ooh, good and plenty warm. Good and plenty warm. So that's probably what I'll do. And like I said, I just thought I'd share that with you. Like I say, I was talking to one of the group about that the other day, and she asked to kind of keep her up to speed on what I had going and what I was doing. But I mean, if you think about it, this is a great way to store stuff. These are, cheap or free. I guess you pay for what's in them, and then you keep the bottle. And if they fall, they probably don't break. I've dropped lots of them. I hadn't had one break. I could see one splitting open, but they hadn't done it yet. So there you go. Just something to pass along to you. Hope you can find that information useful. I got plenty of aloe vera if you want to swing by and grab some too. So I will look forward to talking to y'all later.